Today I want to show some of the features of the Q46 Dissolved Ozone Sensor. This is it in action. At the top, this is reading the dissolved ozone level, and at the bottom, you're showing the temperature of the water real time. Menu button, I can get to a calibration menu, a configuration menu, a control menu. There's a diagnostic menu. And anytime I want, I can go to the measure menu, and that'll bring me right back to the main display. There's a lot of function to these, so when you get lost, just hit the menu button and go back to that measure menu to get back to where you were. Then the calibration menu, I'm going to press enter. I can go through the various modes by hitting this up button. First, I could calibrate ozone. I'll show you the function of that in a later video. Calibrate temperature. Set the range. One of the greatest functions of this dissolved ozone meter is that I can set it to various ranges. I can measure from 0 to 20 parts per million, 0 to 200 parts per million, 0 to 200 parts per billion for those very low levels, and 0 to 2 parts per million. As you can see, the decimal point changes, along with the 4 to 20 milliamp scaling to match the range that you select. And changing the ranges is that easy on these devices. I'm going to go back to the configuration menu to show you some of the configuration that might be possible within these. Like I said, a lock if I don't want anybody to use it. Contrast of the display. I can change my various outputs of my 4 to 20 milliamp outputs and my relays. I can change my temperature unit right here from Celsius to Fahrenheit. There is an optional pH that's available with these, which would allow you to show dissolved ozone on top and pH on bottom if you so chose. Control menu has quite a few functions I want to show you. So there is a built-in PID controller within these devices, should you choose to use it, along with 4 to 20 output. There is also a 4 to 20 output that you can scale linearly, so you can set the 4 milliamp and the 20 milliamp to whatever ozone level you'd like for linear control of your ozone levels. There are relays. There are 3 separate relays built into this device. You can set the set point, the hysteresis, and every function of that relay, which allows a great deal of flexibility for the device itself. Next, I'm going to take you down and show you the sensor of the device. In this system, right here, we have the sensor installed within a constant head flow cell. What you see here is the sensor right here plugged into the side of the constant head flow cell. There is water entering, and I can adjust the water flow with this needle valve, and you can see the water coming in this pipe right here. The drain is coming out the bottom of that constant head flow cell. And what we have on the top here is we have water that overflows over the top of a little weir, should we choose. So the water flows past that sensor head that you see right there at a constant pressure, which keeps the dissolved ozone level consistent. Because these use a very large membrane, we'll show you how to change those on a later video. Any pressure changes could change the amount of dissolved ozone level that you would read, even though the dissolved ozone level has stayed the same. So by using this flow cell, we get the most accurate and reliable levels of ozone measured. I'll show you the drain. We've got water draining out of a larger pipe coming out the bottom here. And there's just a very small trickle of water coming out of that flow cell. There is a wasted water. That water could be reused via a variety of methods, but in this platform, we're letting it drain to the floor. And that shows you the functions of the Q46 Dissolved Ozone Sensor.